Imagine waking up thousands of years ago. There are no cities, no phones, no messages, no social media. The only people around you are a small group of humans trying to survive in a dangerous world. Every day brings new challenges. Finding food, finding water, avoiding predators, protecting children. In this world, one decision could change everything. Who do you trust? Who do you stay close to? Who do you share food with? Today, friendship is often about common interests, personality, and enjoyment. But for ancient humans, friendship may have been connected to something much deeper. Survival. The person beside you could help you find food. They could protect you during danger. They could help you recover from an injury. Or they could become someone you could not depend on. So how did humans choose their first friends? And why did our ancestors begin forming bonds with people who were not their direct family? The answer reveals something important about what makes humans different from almost every other species. Because humans did not survive alone. They survived together. For most of human history, humans lived in small groups. Around 300,000 years ago, early Homo sapiens were already living in social communities. At Jebel Irhoud in Morocco, fossils dating back around 315,000 years show some of the earliest evidence of our species. These humans were not living in large cities. They were not building nations. They were moving through landscapes where cooperation was necessary. A single person had limits. A group had possibilities. Together, humans could hunt larger animals, share knowledge, protect each other, and care for vulnerable members. But living together created a new challenge: trust. A group could only survive if individuals could predict each other's behavior. Would someone share food? Would someone help during danger? Would someone protect the group? These questions existed long before the word friend existed. Ancient humans may not have had the same concept of friendship that exists today, but they had something similar: social bonds, connections between individuals that made cooperation possible. One important clue comes from studying modern hunter-gatherer societies. Anthropologists have observed that small communities often depend on strong personal relationships. People remember who helps them, who shares resources, who can be trusted. These patterns provide clues about how ancient humans may have formed relationships. But researchers must be careful. Modern hunter-gatherers are not exact copies of prehistoric humans. Their cultures developed over thousands of years. Instead, scientists combine anthropology with archaeology and human evolution research. One reason friendship became important is because humans are unusually social animals. Compared with many other animals, human children require an extremely long period of care. A human baby cannot survive alone. They need protection, teaching, food, and constant support. This created pressure for humans to build stronger relationships, not only between parents and children, but between different members of the group. A successful group was not just a collection of individuals. It was a network of cooperation. Around 1.8 million years ago, Homo erectus began spreading across large areas outside Africa. Their movement required planning and teamwork. They created advanced stone tools. They traveled long distances. They adapted to new environments. These challenges likely rewarded individuals who could cooperate with others. A person who worked well with a group had a better chance of surviving. A person who isolated themselves faced greater risks. Over thousands of generations, humans became increasingly skilled at reading each other. We learned to recognize trust. We learned to remember cooperation. We learned to build relationships. But friendship was not only about kindness. It was also about survival strategy. Sharing food was one of the strongest ways humans created bonds. When someone shared valuable resources, they showed that they could be trusted. When someone helped another person during a difficult moment, that relationship became stronger. This created a system of cooperation that scientists call reciprocal altruism, helping someone because they may help you in the future. The idea was studied by evolutionary biologists including Robert Trivers, who introduced the concept in 1971. His research suggested that cooperation could evolve when individuals repeatedly interact and remember each other's actions. For ancient humans, this meant the person you helped today could save you tomorrow. But there was another factor that made human friendships even more powerful: communication. And the way humans used communication changed everything. Before complex language existed, humans still had ways to share information. Facial expressions, gestures, sounds, body movements. These simple signals helped humans understand intentions. A person smiling, a person offering food, a person helping during danger. These actions created trust. Over time, humans became better at recognizing who was reliable, who was generous, who was dangerous, who was worth staying close to. This ability became one of our greatest survival advantages, because in a small prehistoric group, your relationships affected your entire life. A trusted friend could help you survive a difficult winter. A trusted friend could help you find food. A trusted friend could protect your family. But choosing the wrong person could have serious consequences. Ancient humans lived in environments where resources were limited. Food was not guaranteed. Weather could change suddenly. Predators could appear. In these situations, cooperation was valuable. Archaeological evidence from prehistoric sites shows that humans often cared for injured members of their groups. One famous example comes from Shanidar Cave in Iraq. Around 50,000 to 70,000 years ago, Neanderthal remains were discovered there. One individual, known as Shanidar I, had serious injuries including a damaged arm and other health problems. Researchers believe this person survived for years after these injuries. This suggests that other group members provided care. Someone helped this individual survive. Someone carried food. Someone offered protection. This was not just survival, it was social connection. It showed that ancient humans and their relatives were capable of strong bonds. But friendship was not only created through helping during emergencies, it was also created through daily life. Ancient humans spent enormous amounts of time together. They traveled together. They searched for food together. They rested near each other. They shared stories. They learned from each other. Repeated experiences created familiarity, and familiarity created trust. A person you repeatedly depended on became someone important. This may explain why humans developed such strong emotional connections. Friendship was not a luxury. It was part of the system that allowed humans to survive. But how did humans decide who was trustworthy? Scientists studying human behavior believe several factors played a role. One was generosity. People who shared resources were often valuable members of a group. Another was reliability. Someone who kept promises and helped others became respected. Another was skill. A person who knew how to track animals, find plants, or make tools could become important. Ancient friendships may have formed around shared abilities. A skilled hunter and a skilled toolmaker could both benefit from cooperation. A person who remembered landscapes could help others find important resources. Knowledge created connections. But humans also formed friendships beyond usefulness. Evidence from human evolution suggests that emotional bonds themselves became important. Humans have a unique ability to care about others outside their immediate family. This allowed larger groups to function. It allowed strangers to cooperate. It allowed humans to build communities. Around 100,000 years ago and later, archaeological sites show increasing evidence of symbolic behavior. People were creating ornaments, using pigments, sharing cultural practices. These activities suggest that humans were not only surviving, they were creating shared identities. And shared identities strength and relationships. A person was no longer just a hunting partner. They were part of a group, part of a story, part of a community. But friendship also had another hidden purpose: learning. Young humans needed years of development before becoming independent. During this time, they learned from others. They copied skills. They watched experienced members. They absorbed knowledge. A trusted friend, parent, or elder could pass information that helped someone survive. The human brain evolved in a world where relationships mattered. Scientists call this idea the social brain hypothesis. Researchers such as Robin Dunbar proposed that human intelligence developed partly because managing complex social relationships required advanced thinking, knowing who to trust, remembering past interactions, understanding emotions. These abilities shaped the human mind. But as human groups grew, friendships became even more important. Because humans were no longer only surviving in small family groups, they were creating larger networks of cooperation. These networks connected more people. They allowed humans to share more knowledge. They increased survival chances. They changed how humans interacted. Relationships became more complex. Trust became more valuable. Cooperation became more powerful. Friendship became a key part of human evolution. And these networks would eventually change the entire future of our species. The way humans connected with each other would shape the world they created. As human groups became larger, relationships became even more important. A small family group could survive through close relatives, but larger communities required cooperation between people who were not related. This created a new human ability: building trust with others. Humans became experts at forming social connections. A person could cooperate with someone outside their immediate family. They could share resources, exchange knowledge, and create alliances. This ability separated humans from many other species, because human survival was not only about physical strength, it was about relationships. Archaeological evidence shows that early humans often traveled long distances and exchanged materials with other groups. For example, obsidian tools found at prehistoric sites reveal that humans transported volcanic glass over hundreds of kilometers. This suggests cooperation and connections between different groups. People were not always isolated. They were building networks, and networks depended on trust. The first friendships may have started with simple actions: sharing food, helping during danger, teaching skills, protecting each other. But over thousands of generations, these actions created something much bigger. Friendship became part of the foundation of human cooperation. Today, choosing a friend often feels like a personal decision. You choose someone because you enjoy their company. You share interests. You understand each other. But deep in human history, friendship was connected to survival itself. The people around you could determine whether you succeeded or failed. A trusted person could help you survive harsh conditions. A reliable person could make your group stronger. A cooperative person could become someone others depended on. This ancient pattern still exists today. Humans continue searching for people they can trust, people who support them, people who share experiences with them. The environment has changed. The technology has changed. The challenges have changed. But the human need for connection has remained. The first friends were not chosen because of hobbies. They were not chosen because of similar personalities. They were chosen because cooperation kept humans alive. Around ancient fires, humans learned one of the most important lessons in their history. Survival was not only about what one person could do. It was about what people could do together. The ability to trust another human became one of our greatest advantages. It helped humans survive difficult environments. It helped humans care for each other. It helped humans spread across the planet. And it helped create the world that exists today. Before humans built cities, before humans created nations, before humans wrote history, they built relationships. The first friendships were not recorded in books. They left no monuments. They left almost no physical evidence, but they changed the course of human evolution. Because every human connection started with the same simple question: can I trust you? And the answer to that question helped shape what it means to be human. Every friendship began with a small moment of cooperation, a shared meal, a helping hand, a decision to stay together. These moments created bonds stronger than survival alone. They created belonging. They created communities. They created the human world. Thousands of years later, humans still search for connection in the same way. Through trust, through support, through shared experiences. The faces around us have changed. The environments have changed. The tools have changed. But the need for companionship remains. Ancient humans did not have friendship apps. They did not write messages. They did not record their relationships. But they understood something essential. Humans survive better together. The first friends were not chosen by chance. They were chosen through actions, through trust, through cooperation, through the simple act of helping another person. That ability became one of humanity's greatest strengths. It helped a vulnerable species survive. It helped humans explore the world. It helped humans create societies. And it began with two people deciding they could rely on each other. Long before civilization existed, long before history was written, humans were already choosing the people who would walk beside them.